apply for grants from the state and federal government and to apply for grants from private foundations. You know, many of the state funding programs actually require the local municipality to put in money to receive grants. So for open space protection, the Department of Conservation has these self-help grants, and those all require a local match. So for communities to even try and apply for those, it's hard to consider until you have some money to work with, and then you can really start getting creative about the different funding that you're looking for.
Be a little active instead of reactive to things that are going to happen in town.
Yep.
I was discussing this with a couple of members of the Conservation Committee and talking about mill sites and dam sites, one and the same. They're talking about it'd be great to reestablish a fish ladder to try to get herring to come back up the Winnetoxet and into these ponds. And those things could be tied together. They have been done in other towns. And I think if our town boards had some funds, they could have some fun with this. They could do some projects instead of just sitting around waiting for people to come to them and approve, disapprove, or, you know, here we are. We're not a real active board, and that goes for the majority of the boards in town: planning, conservation, open space, agricultural commission, historic commissions. They can all take advantage of this grant money, matching grants and self-help grants, and it's a whole new world to me. I know they're out there because I've read about them through the other towns using them. But the limit of this CPA is just in your creativity, where you can search for money and bring that extra money back to the town and make it work for you. So I'm kind of excited to see that happen for Plympton.
Well, you've just answered the next 3 questions. When will the state matching funds, how long does it take for them to be allocated to the different communities after it goes in?
I'd be happy to talk about the state match, because this is another area where we get a lot of questions. When CPA was created back in 2000, the creators of the program never imagined there would be 100% state match. But lo and behold, the first 6 years of the program, all participating CPA communities have gotten a dollar-for-dollar match from the state, and that is fantastic. But as more communities adopt into the program and you know, that pie gets split up between more towns, the match is likely to drop. This year we project a 60% match on local revenue from the state. And that money comes every October 15th, like clockwork. The Department of Revenue sends checks to CPA communities. The matching funds are based on the town's previous fiscal year's CPA collections. So if Plympton were to pass CPA at town election in May, then the surcharge would start in fiscal year 09, which begins this summer. And your first check from the state would come in October of 2009. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it takes a little while to start getting the state match, but you know, the Community Preservation Coalition has been working closely with the Department of Revenue for the years that CPA has been going on, and they're a really good partner and really good resource. So there's bulletins available from the Department of Revenue on our website to you know, talk about the state match some more. But we are also working in the State House to make sure that the match stays high. So we're advocating and trying to increase the required minimum match from the state from 5% to 75%. But we'll hopefully see that come to the legislature in a year or two.
Very good.
Well, even at a 5% match, I mean, you're hard pressed to find that at a savings bank with your money. I mean, it's
yeah, and 5% would be quite a ways off.
Yes.
I mean, we're still seeing you know, a healthy match compared to what you get at the bank. So that's, you know, one of the great parts about CPA. But even if you were just collecting your local surcharge, you'd have funding to work with to start to preserve historic sites, preserve open space, create community housing, create recreational opportunities that you just don't have without it.
That's very exciting. Yeah, because even with, if you didn't have the matching funds on it, just having that pocket to be creative with and going after matching funds from so many different philanthropic organizations that do get their money go for preserving and keeping our green and all of these things. That's all of the questions I have for you two. Would you like to wrap it up by saying anything, and then, or shall I thank you and wrap it up for today? It has been a pleasure sitting here with Rick Burnet and Liz Gimson. I'm sorry, I knew I was going to blow it eventually.
It's okay.
And learning more about the CPA and how it works. I hope that this has opened up some questions in your mind. I have some dates for you to remember coming up. The first one will be May 7th at 7 o'clock. There'll be an open forum with the CPA on the CPA at the Dennett School at 7 o'clock. So bring your questions. We'll have Liz there, Rick will be there, and some other people from the CPA committee to answer your questions and give you more information about it. Or you can email the program here at ytnt@comcast.net, and we'll make sure that the questions get in the hand of someone from the committee or to Liz and get them answered for you. We also, if you want more information, do more research for yourself, there's a website. It's Community Preservation. That's www.communitypreservation.org. And there's a lot of information on there of other projects other towns have done to start that creative stimuli that we need going to make this work in our community. Another date to remember is May 14th. This will be the town meeting, again at the Dennett School, and it's at 7 o'clock. And this will have on the warrant the approval of the formation of a CPA committee to get us the ball rolling. And then the town vote, May 14th at the townhouse. We expect 17th, I'm sorry, the 17th. We expect you all there to vote yes for CPA. Thank you. And one other thing is, if you have any questions or suggestions on upcoming shows you'd like to see yesterday, today, and tomorrow put together for your entertainment, please also email us at ytnt@comcast.net, and we'll be happy to see what we can do with those. Thank you again for listening, and remember, keep smiling and stay happy. Thank you.
Thanks.